and welcome back to Vito. Before anyone gets butthurt in the comments, I know that not all straight people are like this. It's just that all of these stories I'm going to tell are all done by straight people. First story. So last year in English, we had to make individual presentations about a topic of our own choosing. And me being me, I of course chose LGBT people. I was so ready for this. I worked so hard on that presentation. I talked about a whole bunch of different sexualities and, explained that there were sexualities and romantic orientations. And I talked about genders. And I ended it on two nice conclusions. One, that you should never assume what someone's sexuality was. And two, that you should stop using gay as an insult, because it was things that my class really did often. So I'd worked so hard on that. Now, after I'd done this presentation, I kind of assumed that nobody in my class listened, because people don't actually listen that often. I thought I'd give it a shot, but most likely they didn't listen. Except one of my friends came over to me a while later and said, "Do you know that some of the guys from our class has been asking me whether or not you were a dyke?" I'm saying dyke because the boys literally used the offensive term for lesbian in Danish. They literally missed the entire point. First of all, they kept on using gay as an insult. And also, the other conclusion I made, which was, don't assume someone's sexuality. Yeah, they clearly didn't listen to that, because they were just oh my god, Clara talked about LGBT right. Clearly, she must be a lesbian. It's not that I'm offended in any way that they think I'm a lesbian. Who cares? And also, I do love girls, so it's fine if they want to believe that. But it's they clearly did not listen to my presentation, which just pissed me off. And I'm so angry that they didn't ask me this question. I had so many comebacks, so I wish they would have talked to me instead of my friend. Luckily, my friend said that she was no, she just thinks that maybe you guys should stop using gay as an insult. So, I love that. Second story is also about the boys from my class. And a lot of these stories are going to be about the boys from my class, because they are the fucking worst of straight people. God damn. But anyways, I don't know if you know this, but I'm a pretty huge Malik shipper. And last year something great happened. Spoilers if you haven't seen Shadowhunters. There was a gigantic Malik kiss. It was a beautiful, beautiful scene. And I was obsessed for weeks. And I watched it so many times for weeks. And I may have also watched it in school. And after a while of watching it, I noticed that, people were kind of looking. So I turned down the noise in my headphones and watched it again. And then I could just hear that behind me, the boys, it was the same boys that asked my friend if I was gay. They were just so confused, and they were what is she watching? And it was so beautiful, because clearly these boys were just fucking terrified, because oh no, she's watching gay people kiss. It was they were acting as if I was watching porn in class or something. Third story is again about the same boys that were sitting behind me. I overheard so many good conversations from these boys. "Oh, you're so gay, you should be in Brokeback Mountain." What's that? Is that movie with the gay cowboys? Oh my god, I watched that and I had nightmares for a week. I've never watched it. It was too gross. That was a legit conversation. This can be compared to the time where I watched How to Get Away with Murder with my dad. And there was that scene in, I think, the second season where there's 4 sex scenes at the same time. 3 of them are straight couples. And one of them is Connor and Oliver. And the Connor and Oliver one wasn't even that bad compared to some of the others. The others were more graphic. But somehow, when Connor and Oliver showed up on screen, my dad was just ew. What? There's 4 sex scenes at the same time, but that's ew. And I try to understand this thing that I'm straight, so I can't watch 2 guys have sex. That doesn't make any sense, because I'm asexual and you don't hear me whining every time there's a sex scene in a TV show or a movie or something. And all TV, movies and stuff like that, there's always going to be a sex scene somewhere. If I can deal with this over-sexualized media we have, then I think you can deal with a couple of gay sex scenes. Calm your shit. It's not you're gonna turn gay by watching it. If someone's straight out there, can you explain to me why seeing a sex scene of 2 people of the same gender, why is that gross to you? I'm a sex-repulsed asexual, but I still deal with all of the sex scenes in TV, so why is it gross? I don't understand. So the fourth and last story is that a couple of weeks ago, my stepsister finished the last season of Scream. And don't worry, I'm not going to spoil anything major in case you're wondering about spoilers. But there is a girl called Audrey who in the first episode makes out with a girl, calls herself bi-curious, and also in the second season reveals that she's in love with another girl. Yet when my stepsister finished the show, she texted me and said, "No offense, but do you think Audrey is a lesbian?" And that text just confused me so much because I was like, first of all, that's not offensive. Like at all. Second of all, she has literally called herself bi so many times and she's made out with girls. I don't really understand. I just don't understand straight people. All a bunch of weirdos. It's a joke. Yeah, that's it for today's video. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe if you want to see more from me, and click right over there. You can click right there to see my last video, and I will see you very soon. Bye!